From being turned down again and again for Game of Thrones, to becoming the world's beloved Highland warrior, and even stepping into the shoes of the Caped Crusader, Sam Heughan's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. Did you know the Scotsman auditioned for Game of Thrones not once, not twice, but 7 times? Yes, 7. He read for roles like Renly Baratheon, Loras Tyrell, even members of the Night's Watch. Each time he got close, and then rejection. Looking back, it's almost unbelievable. Imagine passing on the man who would later steal the world's heart as Jamie Fraser. One has to wonder, how do those casting directors feel now? But fate had bigger plans. With Outlander, Sam didn't just land a role, he became a global phenomenon. And acting isn't his only legacy. If he ever chose to swap film sets for lecture halls, he'd already have the credentials: 3 honorary doctorates. His alma mater, the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland, awarded him an honorary PhD in 2022, praising him as a true ambassador for Scottish arts and culture. And Sam doesn't just accept awards, he gives back. He funds 3 annual scholarships for students of drama, dance production, and film. He even launched the Right Start Commission, encouraging students to create bold original work. In 2019, both the University of Glasgow and the University of Stirling honored him with doctorates too. Professor Heughan certainly has a nice ring to it. Can't you picture him teaching a class on Scottish history, culture, and naturally whiskey? And speaking of whiskey, Sam is as Scottish as they come. He's written 3 books exploring Scotland's rugged landscapes, history, and traditions, with a 4th on the way. His first book, with Graham McTavish, Clanlands, became a New York Times bestseller in 2020, blending road trip adventure with Scottish poetry, music, and tales of old battles. That was followed by The Clanlands Almanac, a lighter, funnier look at the seasons in Scotland. In 2022, he released his deeply personal memoir, Waypoints: My Scottish Journey, retracing the coastlines and mountains that shaped him. These works have only strengthened his role as Scotland's modern-day cultural ambassador. Outlander itself even sparked a boom in tourism, with fans flocking to Jamie Fraser tours. And if you want Sam as your guide, you're in luck. In 2021, he and McTavish took fans on the road in the documentary Men in Kilts. Of course, no story of Scotland is complete without whiskey. When Sam returned home to film Outlander after 12 years in London, he rediscovered his passion for the drink. Touring distilleries inspired him to create his own brand, the Sassenach, cheekily named after Caitriona Balfe's nickname in the series. Launched in 2020 through his Great Glen company, the spirit has already taken the industry by storm, winning double gold at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, best in class in New York, and gold at the International Spirits Challenge. Creating a spirit that reflects his heritage had long been on his bucket list, and he nailed it. And Sam isn't stopping at whiskey. His company has since branched into tequila and gin. Yes, he even went to Mexico to do research himself. Not a bad job perk. From rejected auditions to best-selling books, award-winning spirits, and global stardom, Sam Heughan has shown the world what resilience, talent, and pride in one's roots can accomplish. Sam Heughan isn't just an actor. He's building an empire, and he's doing it with purpose. Sure, he has his whiskey brand, but that's only one part of the story. What really sets him apart is how he gives back. In 2022 alone, Sam raised nearly $630,000 for charity through his health and wellness movement, My Peak Challenge. What makes it so special? It's not just a fitness program, it's a global community. Members get workout plans, training videos, and motivation to push themselves physically and mentally. But here's the kicker. The membership fees go straight into supporting charities, from cancer research to saving the oceans. It's a movement built on the idea that improving yourself can also help improve the world. Sam's commitment doesn't stop there. In 2016, he became the Scottish president of Bloodwise, a cancer charity focused on raising awareness about leukemia, lymphoma, and myeloma. To his fans, it feels like he's more than just Jamie Fraser, he's a real-life superhero. Of course, even superheroes face challenges. For Sam, one of the toughest parts of Outlander isn't the stunts or the emotional scenes, but the makeup chair. He spends longer there than anyone else in the cast. Why the scars on Jamie Fraser's back? Each scar is crafted from silicone and applied by hand, a process that takes hours. They're so delicate that Sam has to move carefully during intense battle sequences and even the love scenes. On top of that, he dyed his naturally blonde hair every 3 weeks to achieve Jamie's signature fiery red, until the team finally switched to a wig. There is one part of the look he genuinely loves: the costumes, especially the kilt. For Sam, it's not just a costume, it's comfort, freedom, and a celebration of his heritage. And let's be honest, fans don't mind seeing him in one either. But long before Outlander made him a global star, Sam had already proved his range as an actor on stage. In 2010, he played a young Alexander the Great, sharing the screen with none other than Lauren Cohan, yes, Maggie from The Walking Dead. The film explored Alexander's early years, showing a side of the conqueror rarely seen. And then in 2011, Sam lived out a childhood dream: he became Batman. Not in a Hollywood blockbuster, but in a groundbreaking live stage production called Batman Live. This wasn't just theater, it was a spectacular mix of drama and acrobatics. For Sam, stepping into the cape and cowl was like fulfilling a boy's dream. And who wouldn't agree? From Shakespearean classics like Hamlet and Macbeth to Alexander the Great to the Cape Crusader himself, Sam Heughan has proven he can step into any role and make it his own. Add in his philanthropy, his business ventures, and his devotion to Scotland, and you've got an actor whose journey is as inspiring as it is diverse. So there you have it, from being rejected 7 times for Game of Thrones, to building a whiskey empire, to wearing the cape of Batman. These are the Sam Heughan stories most fans have never heard. Sam Heughan's journey reminds us that life rarely unfolds the way we expect, and sometimes that's the greatest gift of all. Imagine it: 7 auditions, 7 rejections, doors closed, again and again. Most people might have given up, convinced they weren't enough. But Sam didn't. He kept going, kept showing up, kept believing that the right role was still waiting. And when it finally came, it wasn't just a role. It was the role that would change his life, transform his career, and inspire millions around the world. What makes Sam's story powerful isn't just his success on screen, it's the way he's used his platform to give back, to lift others up, and to celebrate where he comes from. Through his scholarships, his books, his whiskey, and his My Peak Challenge movement, Sam has created opportunities not only for himself, but for people he may never even meet. That's the mark of someone who doesn't just chase dreams, but builds bridges for others to follow. And maybe that's why his fans connect so deeply with him. He's living proof that resilience, generosity, and authenticity can take you further than talent alone. That no matter how many times you're told, no, the right yes might be just around the corner, and it could lead you somewhere bigger than you ever imagined. Sam Heughan's story is still being written. And if his past tells us anything, it's that the chapters ahead will be just as inspiring, surprising, and unforgettable as the ones we've already seen. Because sometimes the greatest adventures begin with rejection and end with legacy.